vehicle here in front of that guy. Pretty cute looking too. Oh man, I can't believe I barely made it. Damn. To go back down and over. Good. Ink steak succeed. What the? Okay. It's a ton of police here. I don't even know how many just went by. Something's going on here. Yep. I don't know what, but it's scary.
Our 2 Stevens Creek locations with pickup and delivery services, the Black Label experience, and membership perks that no one else delivers. You owe it to yourself to experience luxury with Stevens Creek Lincoln. Call or visit us to experience luxury on your terms. At Stevens Creek Lincoln, we will help guide you through all of the interior and exterior options, whether you want to custom build your vehicle or take delivery of our new or certified pre-owned vehicles. Visit Stevens Creek Lincoln at our 3 convenient locations on Stevens Creek Boulevard, Valley Fair Mall, or online at sclincoln.com. And remember to always buckle up and drive safely.
Steve, I'm a small business owner, and my CPA tells me I don't qualify for the $26,000 per qualifying employee ERC because my gross revenue didn't go down enough. Is that true?
The law provides you can qualify for ERC if you satisfy either of 2 tests. The easy test, it's just math that your CPA told you about, or a different but complex facts and circumstances test that some CPAs either don't know how to apply or just don't take the extra time and effort to determine your eligibility.
You're a tax attorney. How can you speak about CPAs?
I was a practicing CPA before I was a tax attorney, and our law firm includes both CPAs and tax attorneys.
Now, is there a deadline to apply before the ERC is no longer available?
Yes. That's why you should call our firm today to review all aspects of the ERC with you to get your qualifying check. Call 888-TAX-DEAL. That's 888-TAX-DEAL, 888-TAX-DEAL. Or MoskowitzLLP.com, MoskowItzLLP.com.
Pajamas are comfy and help me get a good night's sleep. But many foster kids don't even have PJs. To help foster kids feel at home on that first night, Mancini Sleep World and the Ticket to Dream Foundation are hosting a new pajama collection drive in all Mancini Sleep World locations. Whether it's footy PJs, nightshirts, or sweats, we'll match them with a foster kid or teen. Just drop off new PJs in any size to your local Mancini Sleep World store. To learn more, visit sleepworld.com.
Hey, closing out the 10 o'clock hour with traffic. We're going back to 880 in Oakland. Here's Clara.
Yeah, we still have an off-ramp blocked here. This is northbound 880, the 98th Avenue off-ramp blocked off with a crash. Earlier within lanes, they moved it to the off-ramp, but they had to partly block it off for you. There may be some damage there as well. Traffic is moving pretty well, though, on northbound 880 as you're coming out of San Leandro into downtown Oakland. 580, also a good drive right now through Oakland. No issues on 24, and Highway 13 is looking pretty good. Big backup in Sunol getting into Pleasanton with road work. Northbound 680 at Highway 84, all lanes are blocked off. Traffic is jammed up from the scale. It looks like you can get back on it to Sunol Boulevard, so you can use Pleasanton Sunol Road, or you can take Highway 84 out to 580 in Livermore. That moves pretty well also. Santa Cruz Mountain, southbound 17 just past Summit Road, a crash now on the right shoulder. And you can listen to KCBS wherever you are. Just download the Odyssey app, it's free, and hit the follow KCBS button. Our next report is 11:08 with Frank Minnick on the traffic leader, KCBS.
All right, thank you, Clara. Have yourself a great night. Well, you're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Might have a chance of rain. Going to be a breezy one tonight. Look for your overnight lows to be in the 40s and 50s. Traffic and weather here on the 8th on KCBS. Well, it is Thursday, December 28, 2023. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm David Welch in Capitola, where 30-foot waves have many wondering if this is the new normal.
I'm Kathy Whitman with new traffic safety laws in the new year, including a way to stop catalytic converter thieves.
And then hold individuals responsible.
It's going to be another busy holiday weekend on the roads and in the air. I'm Shane Ginn, and CBS News covers the world next.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
11 o'clock.
CBS News on the hour, presented President Trump's presidential campaigns is it will appeal the ruling by Maine's top elections official that Trump is ineligible to be on the primary ballot. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
Secretary of State made this decision by looking at Section 3 of the 14th Amendment and finding that there was an insurrection on January 6, 2021, that the former president gave aid or comfort and furthered that insurrection, and that therefore he's ineligible for the ballot.
Israel has confirmed the death of Judy Weinstein Haggai, an Israeli-American-Canadian woman who'd been listed as a Hamas hostage. More on that from CBS's Ian Lee in Tel Aviv.
The 70-year-old English teacher lived in Near Oz, next to the Gaza border. She was last seen going for a walk with her husband Gadi the morning of the October 7th attack. The kibbutz now says she was one of the victims murdered by Hamas along with her husband.
Migrants at the southern border have become a big issue as we move into the new year. CBS's Skylar Henry reports on negotiations over the issue between the Biden administration and congressional Republicans.
Both sides appear to be making significant progress before the holiday break, but ultimately, simply there was not enough time before lawmakers went on their recess, and so we'll see what happens when they get back into town. Once they get back from their break, we know that this is absolutely something that's on their to-do list again to try to get as much aid out as possible.
A record number of people in South Florida are expected to hit the roads this week, says Tripoli's Mark Jenkins.
Heavy traffic, especially near the attractions, airports, and shopping centers. The busiest times on the roads as from your mid-afternoon to early evening hours. So, best advice would be to leave early in the morning or later in the evening after dinner.
There are more people on our planet.
There are now 8 billion people on our planet, an increase of 75 million over the past year. That's according to the U.S. Census Bureau, which says the worldwide growth rate was just under 1% this year. The U.S. added nearly 2 million people and now has a population of nearly 336 million. Experts say the 2020s could be the slowest growing decade in U.S. history. Jim Kritulis, CBS News.
Venezuela's armed forces have now been ordered to conduct defensive exercises in the Eastern Caribbean in reaction to an announcement by British officials that they're sending a warship to Guyana's territorial waters. Venezuela and Guyana are involved in a border dispute. In a nationally televised address, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro called the impending arrival of the British ship a, quote, threat to his country. This is CBS News. Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/.
It's 11:03 at the Bay Area's news station KCBS. Mostly cloudy with a chance of rain. Tonight's going to be a breezy one as well. Look for your overnight lows in the upper 40s and low 50s. Good evening. I'm Shane Giddens, and here's what's happening. Well, the seaside town of Capitola got pounded during today's storm, reminding many living up and down the coast that last year's destruction may become the new normal. As KCBS's David Welch reports live from Capitola, the storm made for an impressive show along with stirring up memories from last winter.
Visitors and locals turned up in crowds to see Mother Nature on display, and at their peak, 30-foot waves didn't disappoint.
I mean, it's always pretty awe-inspiring to see that much energy moving around, you know?
From Capitola down to Santa Cruz, much of the coast was under flood warnings for much of the day. Some areas, including the small town of Papa Rose Dunes, were briefly evacuated, which prompts some here to wonder if it's all part of a new normal.
Well, I mean, anyone who takes a business or builds there, you know that comes with the territory.
Many of the businesses in Capitola's village area were closed for much of the day. Streets were covered in water and shops did what they could to keep it from coming in. Further south, Pebble Beach closed its famous golf course because of flood warnings. At one point, ocean waves crashed into the resort's swimming pool. In Capitola, David Welch, KCBS.
The National Weather Service says the 25 and 30-foot waves crashing into Bodega Bay are some of the biggest the area has seen in upwards of 15 years. KCBS's Mike DeWalt reports it has a steady stream of people heading to the coast to take it in.
The parking lot at Bodega Head is overfull. Cars line the streets, entire families coming out to see the true power of the ocean from a safe distance, of course.
We love the ocean, and we saw that it was going to be this way all the years.
Don't come out, the waves are too big, so we had to be here.
Linda and Tom, just aside, they caught a glimpse well away from danger. Nearby Dorn Beach is protected from the worst of the waves. It had surfers like Mike from Petaluma getting into the water. Conditions, he says, are less than ideal.
It's a little unruly for sure, but
nothing, better to get in the water than nothing at all.
For those who do come to the North Coast, Sonoma County Fire District Deputy Chief Steve Hersberg says to always consider the risks of your surroundings.
People will go out and sit on rocks to watch the wave surf. All of a sudden, a big wave comes in and hits them.
Even when seas are calm, he says sneaker waves are a bit of a misnomer.
It's predictable. It's not sneaky in the sense it's predictable. You should never turn your back on the ocean out here.
Infinite Bay, Mike DeWall, KCBS.
CHP is announcing the new laws that will help protect drivers in California. KCBS Kathy Whitman says one will allow for the crackdown on people stealing catalytic converters.
A series of new laws beginning after the new year will enhance driver safety around the state. CHP officer Ed Barclay says two will help stop the proliferation of catalytic converter theft. The first requires dealers to put the vehicle VIN number on the converter.
The second law then states that it is illegal to remove that VIN number on that catalytic converter.
Then there's a new law allowing cities to start testing speed cameras. San Francisco, San Jose, and Oakland are among them. And before they're installed,
They have to identify specific areas that have either school zones or high volumes of crashes or known street racing areas.
and a new law will prohibit parking or stopping along a curb at least 20 feet from a marked crosswalk to enhance pedestrian safety.
Having that 20-foot distance is going to allow them to be seen much earlier.
Kathy Whitman, KCBS.
Well, recently dismissed employees at a Jack in the Box location in Hayward protested what they said were unlawful firings during a rally on Wednesday, chanting "Cisa Puede" and holding signs portraying Jack in the Box as the Grinch. About 2 dozen people, including former employees and their supporters, gathered in front of the Mission Boulevard restaurant, claiming they were fired for being whistleblowers and going on strike December 20th. Now, the employees said they were told of their firing 2 days before Christmas. The employees also filed the California Occupation Safety and Health Act, otherwise known as a Cal OSHA complaint. Now, in that complaint, images alleged to be from the Mission Boulevard location show flooding conditions in the kitchen area, water dripping from the roof near a freezer, and sewer water flooding near what employees say is the dishwashing area. Well, San Francisco police are investigating a double stabbing that left a man dead and a woman injured early Thursday morning in the city's South of Market neighborhood. Officers were sent to Mission and Washburn Street shortly after 5:30 a.m. to investigate reports of a knife attack and found both victims suffering from stab wounds. 45-year-old man was taken to a hospital where he died, police say. Now, the 38-year-old woman who was also treated after the scene and taken to a hospital to be treated for injuries that were considered life-threatening, according to the police. No arrest has been made in that case. Well, just ahead on KCBS.
I'm Jade Hernandez in San Francisco.
I do have my constitutional rights. Never forget about that.
A restaurant owner repeatedly burglarized safety for his online apology to the mayor.
Traffic and weather together here on the 8s on KCBS. Starting off with the 11 o'clock hour, we say good evening to Frank Munich.
Well, good evening, Shane. We're looking at a problem at the Fishhook connector. Actually, well past the Fishhook connector. This is at the Summit on northbound 17, north 17. Past Summit Road, we have an accident involving a car that veered out of control and slammed into a post. It's now facing the wrong way on the right-hand shoulder. No indications that the lanes are blocked, and we're not seeing anything in the way of slow and go. An accident, actually a stall, now reported on westbound Highway 9, just before Highway 35, Skyline Boulevard, and hills above Saratoga. We have one car out of commission. Lights are on that car. It's not blacked out, but it could be blocking the lane. It's a bit unclear at this point as to whether it is. And we have a report of an accident in South San Francisco, southbound 101, just before Grand Avenue. We have a crash that had been blocking the second lane from the left, now cleared to the shoulder. Your next update at 11:18 on the traffic leader KCBS.
All right, thank you, Frank. And we're taking a look at your KCBS Bay Area forecast. Cloudy one here at the moment. Might see a little brief shower or two up in the North Bay or even in here around San Francisco. Going to be a breezy one tonight, overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. Now, we do have a wind advisory in effect until 7 p.m. tomorrow. Also dealing with a coastal flood advisory until 2 p.m. tomorrow from Big Sur all the way up towards the North Bay coast. And then high surf warning, that's going to expire later later on this Friday morning around 3 a.m. That new system will be moving in tomorrow, bringing in more rain and potentially a couple of thunderstorms. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Hi, this is Brian Bakhtiari, Executive Manager of Stevens Creek Infinity. At Stevens Creek Infinity, we believe that life is meant to be fun. With Infinity's racetrack DNA and meticulously crafted interiors, our vehicles reward you in ways that other brands can only dream of. It's time to make the city your personal playground and beat the school run every time. And Stevens Creek Infinity makes it easy by working on your schedule. Whether you want to talk in person or online, or just want us to pick up and service your car and bring it back to you at home or work, Stevens Creek Infinity makes your life easier. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, visit us online at StevensCreekInfinity.com or in person, and our concierge staff will help you realize that craftsmanship is obtainable. To make your ownership experience even more rewarding, every new vehicle purchased at Stevens Creek Infinity comes with a complimentary Infinity Premium Care Maintenance for up to 3 years. Stevens Creek Infinity is located on Stevens Creek Boulevard near Lawrence Expressway or online at StevensCreekInfinity.com. And remember, buckle up and drive safely.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. This holiday season, invest in some LED Christmas lights. LEDs last years longer than regular lights, which means less electronic waste over time. Also, LED Christmas lights are far more energy efficient, wasting less energy as heat, which means a smaller electric bill. And be sure to recycle old Christmas lights at appropriate e-waste facilities. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Since first opening its doors in 1964, Fremont Bank has approached banking with a simple idea in mind. Growth comes one customer at a time. You see, while some institutions might be on the lookout for the next big thing, we like to think that's what you'll be. And when you achieve great things, it leads to success throughout the community. It also allows us to continue our tradition of giving back to the region. It's a strategy that's proven successful for nearly 60 years, and we expect to continue success for years to come. Fremont Bank, putting the community in community banking.
Most online dating